What's up, HPA? Jackson Bird here, your official Project for Awesome guide. Today, we're going to be going over how to participate and how to win. If you don't know, Project for Awesome is the Harry Potter Alliance's campaign to win a grant in the Project for Awesome. If you don't know what the Project for Awesome is, pause this video, go here, and then come back. Now, while I'm making this video with Harry Potter Alliance members in mind, and I would love if you pick the HPA as your charity in the Project for Awesome, these tips can be broadly applied to any Project for Awesome video, and really any video. You can get all the details at projectforawesome.com, where you will also find a checklist of elements that we recommend including in your video. This checklist is how you'll win points, and if you're in first place, all of that cool stuff I just mentioned. There are some goofy things on there for bonus points, but most heavily weighted are the things that will help you make a great, effective video. Because winning Project for Awesome is cool. The main objective for all of us wizard activists is to win the real Project for Awesome. And we do that by making top-notch videos that make people want to vote for the HPA. It's one thing to get all of us existing wizard activists to vote for the HPA, but what we really want to do is get people who have never heard of the HPA to learn about us, decide to vote for us, and maybe even decide to donate or become members themselves. And your video could be the one that does that. Alright, so your first step in making a strong video is to write a script. This way you'll be able to, edit out extra words, and you won't end up talking on and stuff like that. Get what I mean? And as a bonus, it'll be easier to edit afterwards. So as you're writing that script, keep an eye on that P for A checklist. Include basic facts about what the organization is, your relationship to it, how you've participated in it, the impact that it's made on your life or your community, why other people should care about it too, and most importantly, why you think people should vote for the HPA. Go back over your script a few times to make sure that everything you're saying would make sense to someone who's never heard of the HPA. And make sure your script is written in your voice, that it all feels comfortable. I often like to speak out loud while I write my scripts, or even just record myself talking and then transcribe it later. That way I capture my natural rhythm and word choices. Now lastly, pay attention to your pacing and length. Remember, on Project for Awesome Day, people will be watching so many videos. They're not gonna wanna sit down and watch a super long video. And you might even need to catch their attention right away in the first couple of seconds. So try to keep your video under 2 or 3 minutes, or about a page and a half single-spaced. And now that you've written a clever, concise, heartwarming script, it's time to set up the camera. Now you don't need to have a fancy DSLR to make a good-looking video. There are some basic techniques you can use to get any video, even one you shot using your iPhone or an old hand-me-down camera, looking professional. Your production value doesn't have to be perfect. That's not the point of Project for Awesome. The goal is for it to be good enough to not distract from the content of the video. First of all, lighting is key. If you don't have actual lighting equipment, shooting during daylight is a great option. You can also just get a lamp and put it behind your camera. But if you wear glasses, watch out for glare. You also want to think about your background. Is it really bland? Are you wearing clothes that wash you out against the wall? Do you have any items with swear words or logos in them in the background? Do you have your dirty clothes laying out in the background? You want to aim for a background that's warm and inviting, but not too busy so that it's distracting. Now when you set up your camera, practice the rule of thirds, which is like dividing your screen into a tic-tac-toe board and making sure that the subject is in one of those 9 quadrants. For a direct one-person video like this one, you probably want your face up there near the top middle quadrant. Now you also want to make sure that your camera is angled straight on your face or from just slightly above. Not to the point of a MySpace angle, but you also don't want it facing from upwards, or else it's gonna look like an unflattering Snapchat pic. And to make sure you've got all of these components working in order, film a little test video and import it on your computer so you can see it on the full screen, and make sure that you didn't accidentally shoot the whole video out of focus or with your hair doing that thing that it always does. And once you start filming for real, the most important thing is to relax and be yourself. Maybe a slightly more energized version of yourself who happens to enunciate really well, but yourself. Sometimes it helps to imagine that you're speaking to just one person. Imagine the typical Project for Awesome participant, or your best friend is sitting right behind the camera, and you're just talking to them. Now after you film, it's time to edit. If you're not familiar with editing, there are tons of tutorials that you can Google. But the basic things to remember are to have tight cuts in between clips, and to not be afraid to cut out something that you had scripted, so long as the video still makes sense without it. Remember, keep it under 2 to 3 minutes. Now, if you want to use background music, be sure you have permission to be using the song. I recommend browsing the music library on the YouTube Creator Studio. And be sure the music isn't too loud, that we can still hear you speaking without it being super distracting. Listen to your video with and without headphones on to get the audio levels just right no matter how someone is listening. You can even play the video for a friend or a roommate to double check that they can hear everything satisfactorily. Plus, they might be able to give you good feedback on the pacing of the video or any jokes that fell flat. Okay, after all of that, it is time to upload. The sooner you do it, the more time people have to vote on your video. Over on projectforawesome.com, we have thumbnails available in all of the Hogwarts house colors that you are welcome to use on your video when you upload it. Be sure the title of your video includes something along the lines of Project for Awesome and Harry Potter Alliance. Go ahead and throw those into the description box and the tags so when people search, your video comes up. And do not forget to put the link to vote for the HPA in the description box too, which you will not get until you upload your video on the official Project for Awesome website. This is the most important part so that people can vote for it. Go to projectforawesome.com and submit your uploaded YouTube video there. And now that you've got the link for people to vote on it, go spread it everywhere. Tell everyone you know to go vote on your video and for all of the Harry Potter Alliance videos. We've only got 48 hours. We need as many votes as possible. Oh, and also go to projectforawesome.com and check off everything you included in your video and send it to us. Okay, thanks, bye. And that's it. Now you are well equipped to make a kick-butt Project for Awesome video. Leave the video that you made down in the comments because I can't wait to see it, and I can't wait to join you all this weekend for the happiest time of the year. Please go forth and have a wonderful Project for Awesome, donate to the Indiegogo, and get everyone you know to vote for the HPA. DFTBA.